Shalom, shalom, Israel's brothers, Abba, y'all are coming back at you with another cold cut. I like to give all honor and glory and praise to Yahweh in the name of his son, Yahweh Shai. Don't forget to watch, Israel. Don't forget to watch the judgments of the Lord play out on the earth. See what's going on in the world every day. Hey, someone's dying every single day. Somebody's getting judged every single day in the earth somewhere, and it wasn't you. We got to watch these things and watch these prophecies and see how the Lord is working every day, lest that day come upon you and you haven't been unaware, and you haven't been aware, and you've been unaware, and yet a house wasn't set in order. Before we get into it, let's get some precepts. Let's go to the book of 2nd Ezra. The book of 2nd Ezra, Slakia, chapter 14. 2nd Ezra, chapter 14, and verse number 13. Now therefore set thine house in order, and reprove thy people, and comfort such of them as be in trouble, and now renounce corruption. Let go from the mortal thoughts, cast away the burdens of man, put off now the weak nature. The reason why the Lord said let go from the mortal thoughts, because these mortal thoughts, these thoughts that we tend to have every day, for living and for things that we do day to day, those thoughts can blind you and obscure you from watching what's going on in the world. And you forget that there are daily judgments happening leading up to prophecy, leading up to this fifth seal, the death and the martyr of the saints, leading up to FEMA camps and Jacob's trouble, leading up to famine and war. The Lord is building it up little by little every single day until these judgments kick and keep kicking. You got to watch what's going on. If not, you're going to get caught out there. Verse 15, and set aside the thoughts that are most heavy unto thee, and hasty to flee from these times. You got to get your mind not warped up in this world and take it out of this world. Because the longer it's in this world, obviously we got to think about the things that we have to do day to day, but not too much to the point is where we forget to watch what the Most High is showing us every single day. Verse 16, for yet greater evils than those which thou hast seen happen shall be done hereafter. And we seeing greater evils, right? We're seeing evils on the earth. We won't get into it. And it says, verse 17, for look how much the world shall be weaker through age, so much the more shall evils increase upon them that dwell therein. So let's see these evils on the earth. All right. Istanbul rocked by magnitude 6.2 earthquake. And we know what the Lord said in Luke 21, Mark 13, Matthew chapter 24. We know what the Lord said about the earthquakes that'll be hitting in these last days. Right? Let's get another one. 6 trapped under rubble after Israeli attack on Gaza City. Shelter kills 13. Yeah, see that? The Lord's judgments are prevailing on the earth, taking away death and life from man, taking away life from man with death. Let's go to the book of Zephaniah 3 and 5 real quick. Daily judgments are happening. Are we watching? Are we seeing? Zephaniah chapter 3 and verse 5. And I want to get into something as well. And it says, the just Lord is in the midst thereof. He will not do iniquity. Every morning doeth he bring his judgment to light. He faileth not, but the unjust knoweth no shame. And if you know no shame, you're not going to be cognizant and aware of the judgments that's being handed out on the earth from Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. This is the place of judgment. You have to watch what's going on the earth, because this is where judgment happens. Ecclesiastes 4 and 16. It's like 3. Ecclesiastes 3 and verse 16. And moreover, I saw under the sun the place of judgment, that wickedness was there, in the place of righteousness, that iniquity was there. Yeah, this is the place of judgment. Judgment happens every single day. Now we know later on Yahushua is going to judge the souls of the dead and the living, but there's still being judgments that's handed on the earth that's given from Yahweh Bashem Yahushua through his angels, right? Damn demons and men, making them do things, right? Just to fulfill the will of the Lord, to push us forward to these prophecies. This is the place of judgment. So you have to see what's going on the earth. Now let's see one of the bigger judgments that's going on right now. All right. It says, is U.S. dollar dominance at risks? Uh-oh. Yeah, chasing money, chasing carnal pleasures to fulfill your lusts, and trying to invest in 20 to 30 year market shares and plans, and you're investing and reinvesting, and hey, the dollar's at risk. You want to be aware of that while we're doing this, right? And it says Donald Trump thinks a strong dollar is hurting U.S. manufacturing. His team has backed the idea of currency weakening. Updated 17 minutes ago, April 23rd, 2025. This is new. This is fresh information. We got this 17 minutes ago. It's not a year ago. It's not 6 months. 17 minutes. Right? The greenback has depreciated against other major currencies since Donald Trump's inauguration in January. See that? Right? So what? January, February, March, April. It's only been, 3-4 months? About to be 4 months? Investors are worried that Trump tariffs could cause a recession in the United States, and they have rushed to the exit. Doesn't that sound like something? Let's go to Revelation chapter 18. It's a lot of these nations, investors, and high companies. They're gonna bewail her mourning. They're gonna stand afar off and look upon her. All right. This is Revelation chapter 18. And let's start at verse 19. And it says, I started 15. The merchants of these things which were made rich by her. You know how many nations, that you started using the US dollar, started getting rich off her whoredoms? Became first nation countries, man. Instead of third world countries, first world countries. A lot of these nations were made rich off America through imports, exports. They're going to do what? Shall stand afar off for the fear of her torment, weeping and wailing. They're going to rush to the exit. They're going to look, they're going to get up out of here. And they're going to stand afar off and they're going to start crying because their country's going to get poor again, weak. They thought they was up there with America. They're going to fall with America. Verse 16 is saying, alas, alas, that great city that was clothed in fine linen and purple, then scarlet, and decked with gold and precious stones and pearls, for in 1 hour so great riches is come to naught. Them great riches that was backed by the greenback, the US dollars, is coming to naught. You see it. They've rushed to the exit. These people have pushed the exit, man. Pushing to the exit, man. It's come to naught, right? And what else? And every shipmaster and all the company in ships, literally these companies, these men driving these companies, CEOs, investors, people literally driving ships, and sailors, and as many as trade by sea stood afar off. Why? How did they get afar off? They was once with her, then they rushed to the exit. And now they're afar off. And cried when they saw the smoke of her burning, saying, what city is like unto this great city? And they cast dust on their heads, and cried, weeping and wailing, saying, alas, alas, that great city wherein were made rich all that had ships in the sea by reason of her costliness, for in 1 hour she made desolate. Meaning, just like that, she was made desolate. She was once that top nation 50 years ago, and then 50 years later, boom, head first to the ground. Dollar can't be, U.S. not backed by the dollar. De-dollarization. Let's give one more precept. Continue on. Let's go to Isaiah 14. It's Isaiah chapter 14 and verse 15. Verse 13. For thou hast said in thine heart, I will ascend into heaven, and I will exalt my throne above the stars of God. I will sit also upon the mountain, right? In the mount of the congregation, in the sides of the north. I will ascend above the heights of the clouds. I will be like unto the Most High. That's what this nation said. I won't be like the Most High. They see everything you do, tapping into computers. Damn, enslaving with the dollar, federal, damn debt note, man. Make you think things are important when it's not, by making a mirage out of life and just ultimately seducing you with this place. They do that, man. Get into your mind, make you think that they're the great ones when they're not. But what the Lord say, verse 15, yet thou shalt be brought down to hell, to the sides of the pit. They're going to be brought down to the sides of the grave, man. 6 feet with worms and dust. Verse 16. And guess what? What about these other nations and these investors? They that see thee shall narrowly look upon thee. They're going to squint their eyes and look at you. And consider thee, saying, is this the man that made the earth to tremble, that did shake kingdoms? This was that guy? This was America? They made us scared of these people? Him? Her? This harlot? Look at her. She's not comely. She's old, saggy, disgusting. She stinks. Old, horrible, got fungus. That's this country. How did we fall to this country? All the kings of the nations, even all of them, lie in glory, everyone in his own house, man. So yeah, this nation coming down. Let's read some more. And it says, is the president bothered? Trump appears to be of two minds when it comes to his nation's currency. He wants a dominant dollar because it gives the U.S. geopolitical leverage, right? Enslaving nations. AKA, I want the U.S. dollar strong to continue enslaving nations in earth. Reading on, but he says a weaker greenback spurs U.S. manufacturing. Some economists say the president could devalue the dollar. His team has backed the idea of Mar-a-Lago according to weaken it. BRICS countries are also decreasing their reliance on the dollar. So BRICS, the BRIC alliance, the damn military arm of Russia, China, Iran, South Africa. Hey, guess what? They're against America, and what they do, they're decreasing their reliance on the dollar as well. So continue to watch, man. This nation go down day by day, every day. I'd like to give all honor and glory and praise to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua and bid a mighty strong shalom.